You know what, Simone? I had some other questions, but once you put something out there, I feel like I have to talk about it. So let's talk about, if you don't mind, your father passing away. How old were you at the time?
19.
I can't imagine losing my father today. What was it like for you then?
I think it was just one of those like seminal, life-changing moments that people always say to me, oh, my grandmother or my grandfather died. Like, unless your grandmother and grandfather adopt you legally and take care of you, it's not the same. And I even have some of my best friends say that because they can't fully understand because they have both of their parents. But it is life-changing. A direct family member, a brother, sister, or a parent, it is something that, please, if anyone's watching this, the one takeaway I want from you is when somebody is grieving from that loss, please don't say to them that it's like losing my grandparents. And that is what is said all that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Were you studying at the time?
Yeah. So I'd come back from Switzerland.
Yeah.
And I was a year back from Switzerland in Australia.
Okay.
Yep. And started at uni. And then it was Christmas. And I still have a video of this, really scary, because it was Christmas. We did a home video. And my dad was kind of holding his stomach during this karaoke. Him and all the uncles were like singing. And my sister forced him finally to go to the doctor and get it checked. And he'd actually been passing blood for quite a few days, but he's just this Teochew man who never wants to get things checked up, like self-medicate with Panadol or like whatever. So the other takeaway is, if you're listening to this and watching this,
go see your doctor.
Don't play fool. Just go, and if there's and even now it's made me, like, I've had all the full genetic testing done. I go get a full health check every year. At one point, directly after Dad died, I was going every 6 months. I was so paranoid. I remember coming to Singapore in 2003 for my Teochew grandmother's funeral.
Yes.
And my dad, as the eldest son of the Chinese family, had to do the speech at the wake.
Yeah.
And I had this moment, and I remember sitting there looking at my dad and thinking, oh my goodness, I hope I never have to be up there doing this. And I wonder what it would be like to have to get up at my dad's funeral and speak about him.
Oh, man.
And the following year, I was there at his funeral speaking for him. I feel like my law of attraction is so crazy, powerful. Anything I think happens, bad or good. So yeah, my thoughts nowadays are so curated because you've really got to be careful what you speak and what you think and what you put out there. So what I realized was, as I was watching him on stage at the wake doing that speech, the cancer was already growing in his body. So that's why I get checked so often, because it really is, when they say it's a silent killer, it really is. If I had pulled him off stage at that wake in 2003 and said, Dad, go and get a check right now, I want you to get a full body health check, he would still be alive.
So that was a year.
Yeah.
So wow. That's,
Yeah, maybe less than a year, actually. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. How does that change, something like that change your outlook on life or relationships or,
I think I had a lot of trauma for many years about it, and I didn't deal with it. In fact, I didn't deal with any of it until my mum got sick.
Yeah.
And then it literally trauma snowballs in your life. And I wish that I'd just gone and gotten some proper counselling, grief counselling. I did, I was a student, so I had no money. So I did have some free counselling at the university that was just terrible, that scared the living daylights out of me.
Yeah.
But now with Mum getting sick, I've done it all differently because I've learned from that how to manage these situations a lot better. Yeah.
No, just now when you're talking about that, him holding his stomach or something, I felt like crying. I just feel like
you should. I can't watch the video. Like, they've made the video onto DVD for me, so I can watch that Christmas, and I just can't because, after he turned off that karaoke, my sister literally took him to the hospital. I think it was Boxing Day or Christmas Day, and then they started doing biopsies and things. So that's really scary. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.